welcome back to my channel, I guess. And today we have actually a new series, I guess, or world or whatever, and that is Discworld, which is a fantasy series that I really want to read. It's actually absurd fantasy, and yeah. So it takes place basically, if you don't know, um, on a flat Earth that's a circle, and on the backs of elephants on top of a turtle in space. So it's yeah. If that's anything to go by, then yeah. So this book is the first of a certain timeline, which is the City Watch or Night Watch um, series or storyline. And first off, without spoilers, we'll do without spoilers first, and then I'll tell you in spoilers. But I've heard that it's a good starting point, and I thought, I'm gonna read it. I kind of wish that I waited to read this because I was really eager to read the next book in the Wheel of Time, and instead I read this one. So I kind of should have waited because I felt like rushing through this so I could get to the next Wheel of Time book. But other than that, yeah. But other than that, this book is pretty good. Um, it's really good that I really liked how the it follows guards, which I don't think I've ever really seen that very much, where the main character is like a guard. I mean, you could say the Institute had a by Stephen King is a guard character in it, but not really. And I like that the things about the heroes, like how guards are at one point the guards are saying like how heroes do like how basically they get killed by heroes, I guess, because heroes like do some heroic thing and then they're just disposable and stuff. I just really like the parts how the guards, how it's guards, and I like seeing guards do stuff, I guess. Yeah, that was really weird. But yeah, I really like that perspective, and I always have liked guards. The only one thing that I wish there was more of in this book was more guards like guarding stuff, but yeah. So yeah. Now I don't really like to talk about the premise because if you read the premise of this, it literally spoils something that doesn't happen until this far into the book. That's kind of weird that it spoils it. But yeah, so that happened. But there's a lot of things that I liked, and I mean maybe I should have started with Mort because Death is actually a character in this book, the Grim Reaper, basically. And I kind of wish that I started with the Grim Reaper storyline instead because he appears a few times in this book, like 3 times, I think. But yeah. And I don't know what to say without spoiling it other than it's good. It's funny. It has some really good characters. I'm really excited to see where it goes with certain characters. I liked Carrot and his, where I want to see how his hinted at relationship with a certain other character goes in the next few books. And if you're looking for something just more lighthearted, but it does have some serious things in it, it does, but mostly just funny and good characters and interesting setting, then you should read this. And now moving into spoilers, I think that Lady Ramkin, and Sam Vimes, I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're like love interests or whatever. I also really like the hinted at Sam Vimes. I really like his character so far. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I wonder what his backstory is. It seems like it might be a pretty bad backstory. He's like Carrot, kind of. He says a few times. Also, I really like the letters home that Carrot sent to him, and something that I saw that was kind of like, I don't know, was there was a scene, or the last letter I think in each letter he sends to his parents, he says love to Minty, who is like, I guess, his girlfriend, a dwarf. Um, and what I noticed is in the last letter that he sends home in the end of the book, he doesn't say that because it says because he's about to start courting Reet or Rhett or Reet, um, and he doesn't say love to Minty, and I thought that was really interesting, and I really like Carrot. Newbie, I don't know, I kind of like him, but I kind of don't. I don't know. I'm sure I'll like his character, but as of now, I just feel like on him. Sergeant Colin is a pretty good character. I like him, and yeah. Also, the um, I do feel like there was a little bit of a Deus ex machina or something at the end of the book where the dragon ends up to be female, and then Earl is like, "Oh, I'm gonna go mate with her," basically. Um, I felt like that was a little bit anticlimactic, but at the same time climactic at the same time. So it's both them at the same time, basically. I liked it, so I have kind of mixed feelings on that. Also, there was maybe like 50 pages at one point that I felt a little bored during. Yeah, I felt a little like tired of it, like at one point, and that's not because the story was bad. I just think there was a pretty slow point at one. No, it was more like 30 pages. It was more like this section of the book was just a little bit like slow, and then it started to get good again. And I don't know how I feel about the ending. I like it, but at the same time, I don't. And yeah, I am excited to read the next books in this series eventually. I'm not sure when I'll read it, but I will. And should I read, in terms of this series, should I read Men at Arms or should I read the, or should I read Mort right now? Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, I guess, if you want, and I'll see you next video.